You were kind enough to let me watch the pilot episode of Better Luck Than Chuck, which is a phenomenal game show slash, everything horror slash comedy. The writing is incredible. The production is incredible. Shout out to your wife, Meredith, because I know she did the production design, and it pops, and it's everything a horror fan is looking for. Your actors are fantastic. The voiceover is fantastic.
Thanks.
And I was immediately hooked. So if you don't mind, I'd just like to ask you about it, and anything you tell us about it, I'll truly enjoy.
No, I appreciate that. And the review that you wrote up for it, really summarizes what we hoped our audience would feel about the show. Better Luck Than Chuck is the horror fans horror trivia game show. It's hosted by the widow and her dead husband, Charlie. Basically, imagine if Elvira is married to the Crypt Keeper and she's the reason that he's dead. The widow's murdered her husband and keeps his body in the basement, kind of like Norman Bates with his mom. But she's a witch and she's able to resurrect him, but he's just a corpse. So he can talk and he can move his head, but he can't move below the neck. And this is kind of her own private, like, hell torturing of him for eternity. And we don't know why. We don't know what he did to her. But at the end of the day, she basically sits and makes him watch horror movies all day. And for their 50th anniversary, she decides to give him the gift of being a part of a horror trivia game show. But in reality, it's all her kind of stealing the thunder from him because he's not able to actually host it since he can't move. He
Yeah,
can't even use a microphone. So she's going to host
it's
the show
dope.
in front of him, and so it's a lot of fun. It's a great setup because it combines the narrative of their storyline along with the actual trivia gameplay with three contestants that are literally just three horror fans that we plucked from the United States of America and had them fly out to Chicago where we're at and shoot the show with us. And so we did a 6 episode season for our inaugural season. We shot it last year and absolutely love how it turned out.